Bonjour and good morning. Today is day 34. Wow, amazing. 2 days to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. I can't believe it's over. Hey, yesterday was drama on drama. So the night before yesterday, it had rained all night, thunderstorms, a good show actually from my little cabin. And then it rained really hard all day yesterday. And in the morning, as I was getting ready to leave to walk, I got a message from some pilgrim friends who had gone ahead that the trail had washed out. Some woman ended up in waist deep water, etc. There were flooding warnings in the area. And I said, well, yeah, my feet feel pretty good and I feel pretty good and I can totally walk. And I got all the news and just said, but sometimes it's just better to raise the white flag and say, I'll be better off if I don't. So I got to say Navaranks for an hour or so before I rode with baggage transport to actually a little house outside of Aroue. So yesterday's stage was supposed to be Navaranks to Aroue. And I had mentioned, that I didn't really know where I was going. And it wasn't too far away. It was 2 kilometers away. But hey, another opportunity to say that on a Sunday or in a private situation, an apartment, or I ended up having a whole house yesterday, there's no food, there's no supplies, there's nothing. There's not even salt for your tomato. So make sure, especially on a Sunday, that there is food nearby. In Aroue, there was a guide that was able to sell me some food, thankfully. So I had a nice little dinner last night, actually, and a quiet evening. It's going to be quiet, I think, here on out. I was part of the 3 Musketeers with Janet from California and Sue from London and myself, and we really enjoyed each other's company, and it felt so much like Camino for a couple of days for us. So I said goodbye to them yesterday. In Aroue, we're going our separate ways today. They're taking a different route to Saint Jean than I am, and they will be missed, and buen camino to both of you ladies. And as far as today goes, I walk from Aroue to Ostabat. It will be 24 kilometers, 15 miles, partly cloudy, which is nice. It's so much better than bright sun. And I'm not expecting any drama today. We'll see what the trail's like. Bon chemin. One of the things that we talk about on Camino all the time are Camino miracles. I walked out to the end of my street in the middle of nowhere to see the other 2 Musketeers right at the exact same spot. So we get to say goodbye again this morning and wish each other a buen camino. And buen camino to you all. Bye-bye. Bonjour. I'm going to try my hand at a little bit of ancient French history to explain some of this region. So at one time, there were about 18 separate dialects in France, which was really a headache for the kings trying to collect tariffs and taxes, because the tax collectors needed to be able to speak several languages. So the kingdoms were forcing unified language across France for that reason. And then there was also the Romans. As the Romans came through southwestern France, they imposed their language, Occitan, actually, which is a derivative of Latin, and that language is still spoken in the Occitan region, at least by the older folks. I don't believe many of the younger folks are speaking Occitan. One of the other remaining or surviving languages is Basque. And the Basque people are fierce to keep holding on to their traditions and cultural heritage. Their food is very good, their language is different, and it's their first language. Spanish and French are the secondary language. So the young people are speaking Basque, and they have their own dance, their own language, their own food. The food is excellent. And the Basque country overlaps part of Spain and France, and these people would very much like to be independent of both Spain and France. So that gives you a little idea about being in Basque country. I believe I entered Basque country right around Navarrenx, and by the time you get to Aroue, you know you're in Basque country. The signs, for instance, all have two languages on them. The top language is French, where I am right now, and the bottom language is Basque. Bon chemin. I have spent much of today in reflection, and I've been overcome emotionally several times, quite surprisingly. I didn't expect it. So what you're looking at right now, the foothills of the Pyrenees, is what I've been climbing most of today. And in the distance, let me see if I can do that for you. Right back there they are, Pyrenees Mountains. This view is not unlike my first day walking out of Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. And so I was kind of overcome by full circle moments today. I took that first step out of Saint-Jean 21 months ago, and I have today reflected on that Camino and how much has changed in my life over that time, how much I've changed in 21 months. And also have reflected on this journey, the Chemin, and what it means to me to connect Le Puy in France with Finisterre, the Atlantic Ocean in Spain. And it means quite a lot to me. It means a great deal. And I've had some time to think about what Camino is, and I think quite simply, at least today, Camino is a journey, and you help out when you can, and you have faith that when you need help, it will be there for you. It certainly has been for me every single time. And you'll make friends along the way, some only for a short while, and some you'll get to share the journey with for a long time. And I think for today, that may be all I have to say. So on that note, buen camino. So this is Osterbat. It was a deadly climb into this town, but short. And everybody is gathering. There are kitty cats standing around, sitting in bars, waiting to be petted and chucked under the chin. It's a pretty happy sight.